Alright, sports fans, unless you've been sitting under a rock somewhere, you've probably heard about the interview with Ahmad Rashad that Michael Jordan did, stating on who he would pick between Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. And, he picked Kobe, and a lot of people are very offended by the statement. They think he's wrong. Some people think he's right. People are trying to just pitch their opinions out, saying Michael Jordan made a wrong decision and all this other stuff here. And the reality of it is, I do believe that he is right. And obviously, there is a lot of evidence, that people can bring up to say that LeBron is better than Kobe. But I'm gonna just try and verify, I can't say I know the man's rationale, but in my opinion, I got a couple of things that I feel that Kobe Bryant, the couple of things that pretty much signify Kobe Bryant as the better player of the two. Now, I'm gonna start off with basically just killing everything right now, that the two guys play two entirely different types of basketball, and they're two totally different people. And they play two different styles of basketball to match. So let's just clear that up right now. So when people want to bring up LeBron's stats, what I'm saying, they say, oh, LeBron, he has the better stats than Kobe Bryant. From the points, the field goal, the points, field goal percentage, rebounds, assists, yada yada yada, all that other stuff there. But you gotta see that Kobe's game, for one, does not lend him to getting assists and rebounds like that. Yes, he can pass, and yes, he can rebound. But at the end of the day, Kobe Bryant scores the basketball. Point blank, period. That's what that man has basically designed himself to do from the moment he started playing basketball. That's what he does best. That man puts the ball in the basket. Now, LeBron, on the other hand, LeBron is more akin to a Magic Johnson. Whereas, LeBron will come up court and he'll dribble, he'll survey the floor real quick, and then throw like a rocket pass to a streaking teammate or something and get an easy layup. Like, LeBron is a, set, basically a point forward. He's really good at setting up people and playing, a team basketball game. He's very unselfish in that regard. So obviously, the man's gonna have more assists per game than Kobe, because that's his game. He sets people up. That's what he likes to do. And basically, Kobe has mastered the game of basketball, like, in a nutshell. I mean, this guy can shoot the basketball. He could finish well with either hand. He could go on the post. He could shoot the three-pointer, the mid-range. He could, pass the ball. He can dribble. He can rebound. He can defend one-on-one, of course. If you put somebody in a corner and have Kobe recover on somebody, that's probably not going to happen 8 times out of 10, but whatever. One-on-one, he can defend and stuff like that. And, there's nothing the guy won't do to win a basketball game, because that's his mentality. He does whatever it takes to get the job done. And that's what makes him such a polarizing figure globally, is just the fact that his will to just take over games and do whatever it takes to get the win is rare. You find that, besides Kobe, I mean, the only person I can really feel that wills their team to victory and that's known for it is MJ. They're similar players in that regard. So I don't think LeBron has that yet, because people talk about his lack of a killer mentality, and I believe he has developed it, these last 2 years, moving to Miami and having to, even though he technically had to step up, kind of step down at the same time because he had more help and stuff like that. But, Kobe and MJ, their competitive spirits are just on. Their competitive spirits were on another level entirely, and they have the skills to back it up as well. And another reason why people, they can vouch for LeBron. The man's 40 pounds, was he like 40, 50 pounds heavier than MJ and 2 inches taller, 2-3 inches taller or something like that. And the guy is a physical freak of nature, point blank period. And same goes for MJ. MJ was 6'6", about 205, 210 pounds, but that dude was cut. Like, he was in shape all the time, and that he was very fast. He could jump, had strong, big hands and all that stuff. Then you throw Kobe into the mix. Kobe, not as ripped as either one of them, not as fast as any one of them. I don't believe he could jump as far as either one of them. And his hands are definitely not the big hands of Michael Jordan. So he couldn't, do the palm the ball like MJ could. But at the end of the day, when it came to being able to, put all that stuff aside, and granted Kobe was, a very good athlete when he was younger, but, put all that stuff aside, that man, he's skillful. Point blank period. There was nothing he basically couldn't do. There's literally nothing he could have done on either end of the floor. He mastered the game of basketball, like I said, and even right now, people still say that it's LeBron and KD, and so lately I didn't like that at first, but now I'm starting to concede with it just a little bit, and but Kobe is a top 3 player in the league, and the only thing that I feel like LeBron and KD have on him is youth. That's it, because LeBron, his post game could use some improvement, and I still don't see him as a super solid shooter like Kevin Durant is. I still don't see him like a super solid shooter like that. But also, even on Kevin Durant's post game used some work as well as the footwork and stuff like that, especially LeBron on the footwork. And Kevin Durant's defense, he can pick it up a little bit because of that frame. It's not surprising that he should have more blocks than which he does. And the knock on KD is that he doesn't pass the ball enough, even though no one calls him really a ball hawk, even though he averages less assists than Kobe, and Kobe gets the ball hawk moniker. And that's another little pet peeve I have, but we'll ignore that for right now. But if you were to say that about Kobe, it's just like, well, they could say Kobe could pass more, but as you've seen, he's obviously turned into Magic Kobe or whatever, and that goes back to him doing whatever it takes to win games. And what I'm saying, the guy can score, the guy can pass, the guy can rebound, the guy can defend, and the only thing really limiting him from truly being a super dominating force, like these two guys are, like these are the big three the big 3 superstars in the NBA, and Kobe's just the older one. That's it, because those two guys' games are not complete, while Kobe's essentially is. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that. And then lastly, MJ's logic behind picking Kobe over LeBron was that 5 rings is greater than 1, and that he wasn't saying LeBron would probably not get 5 rings, or are not going to happen. He might get more, he might get less, but as of right now, 5 rings beats 1. And a lot of people are making fun of that logic, which is totally preposterous to me. I can see where, like Charles Barkley, Malone, Stockton, those are 3 of the people who are one of the best ever to play the game. And none of those guys won a ring. But yet and so, they're still considered one of the best players, ever. And to say that because Kobe has more rings than LeBron, that automatically discredits anything LeBron has done. And I can see where that comes from. And then also the people that say, oh, Kobe only has 5 rings because he played with Phil and he had all these players and all this other stuff here, and It's just like, for one thing, a championship is a team accomplishment, and LeBron did not win it when he was in Cleveland. He had to go to Miami to win it. You know what I'm saying? And even though Kobe had Shaq, Kobe was the superstar on that team as well. Because the man has, 15 All-Star selections? And I think like 14 of them starting or something like that. So, you know what I'm saying? During those championship runs, Kobe was just as much the man as Shaq was. So you can't discredit saying, oh, this is a team award, and that Kobe had this, and that, when LeBron had to go elsewhere in order to win a ring. So that, the stuff people say to kind of justify things, and sometimes it's just really funny. Really funny. But at the end of the day, I'll pick Kobe over LeBron. Not to say LeBron is a bad player, because he's really not, but, in my personal opinion, like, my personality is, I don't like weaknesses, and, the Mamba, to me, just, his game is complete. That's it. The only thing he's battling right now is Father Time. That's it. So, let me know what you guys think. I mean, I highly doubt anyone will sit up here and listen to me talk, about the NBA for 12 minutes, but it was just on my mind, and the way that people are bringing up this conversation again because of Jordan's comments, and after finally having everything die down, just to bring it back up again, it was on my mind. I just had to talk about it. So let me know your opinions, and thank you for watching if you made it this far. I appreciate all the views and stuff. So, yeah. Enjoy All-Star Weekend.